Hey folks, Randy Gold, Trout Magnet Man here with you today. Want to do a quick follow-up on the polyester mono fishing line out of Japan that I put the video out yesterday on. I went fishing again today down in Nickajack and used this line, just wanted to test it out as much as I could. And I'll get to that in just a second. But down in Nickajack, I found out some information about the tail race that I really didn't know. This is the second summer to fish it. Usually below these tail races, the bluegill will stack up right below them spill gates all summer long. They don't do that in Nickajack. They didn't do it last summer. They didn't do it this summer. And I run into a guy down there today that grew up on that river. He works for TVA, and he told me, he said, it don't happen. He also told me that the white bass don't come up to Nickajack in the middle of summer and feed on shad in the jumps like they do below Pickwick. So, you know, we've all been told many times each body of water fish is different. Well, this one really fishes a lot different. I can't physically see what the difference is. I mean, the dam's a little bit smaller, but I don't quite understand it. But anyway, those are the facts. So from now on, if my crappie and Kentucky bass are not there, I'm gonna have to pull out and go up in the lake and see what's up in the lake. And then another problem with the lake at Nickajack in the summertime, like at Bennett Lake area where I fish a lot, it just gets covered with grass. You can't even get a boat in there at that spot. But anyway, I caught I don't know how many bluegill I caught today. Nothing big at all. But the thing about it was, I caught bluegill, tiny bluegill I've never caught before. I caught a bunch of medium bluegill. Most of the bluegill I caught had the crappie magnet jig head pretty far in them. I mean, it just wasn't no small lip hooks or whatever. Now, I'm going to attribute that to the no stretch of this line. I'm an old man. I need all the advantage I can get. With regular nylon monofilament, I might not get a quick enough hook set. And I mean, I can't tell you the number of times, even though I catch a lot of bluegill, I can't tell you the number of times that I think I have them on or not. They're just, they've just barely got it. But today I noticed that with this line, and I'm attributing it to this line, these fish were hooked good. I mean, hooked real good. Now, later on in the video, it's going to be a few of the fish I caught, which really was only two decent fish in the video. I put the bluegill in there just to show them. But it was a great day on the river. It's one of those days where people's always talking about it's not always about catching the fish. Well, to me, I want it to be always about catching the fish, but they're right. I mean, there's days. They started out with, I saw a pair of eagles. I got a shot of one of them flying across in front of me. Ospreys all over the place. Egrets, white egrets all over the place. It was just a beautiful day. I just was drifting down the river. Not a care in the world. The weather was fairly decent. It was hot, but not a lot of humidity. It was pretty nice. But anyway, back to what this video is really about, is the follow-up review on this line. This line does have some manageability issues. I don't want people, and I said that in my first video, I don't want people rushing out and buying this thinking, this is the greatest stuff on the face of the earth. It's not. But having said that, it's going to stay on my reel. I'm going to fish it. I have 3 spools of this. One's already on the reel, and I got 2 other spools out there. This stuff, those bluegill today, those medium-sized bluegill, those small bluegill, when they hit, it's just like a lightning bolt going into your hands. To me, that's fun. That's just a lot of fun, and I don't want to give that up. It's like when you buy your first JDM rod. After you fish with it, you can't put it down. You don't want to put it down. That's all you want to fish with. This makes fishing a lot more fun. It really does. And it helps me get a quicker hook set, because at my age, and my hand to eye and field of hand and all this it slows down, folks. It just does. It just slows down. But now, having said that, I have some recommendations for this line. Like I said, I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep it on one of my reels. Uh, I would suggest you don't even fill this close to where you normally would if you're spooling up with nylon monofilament on a spool. I would also suggest after you get it on your spool that you have somebody walk the line all the way off the spool, with it still connected to the spool, of course, and then you reel it back in to make sure there's absolutely 100% no twist in this line anywhere. And as a matter of fact, before I came off the water today, I'm sure most of you fishing a boat, you've done a trick where you've got twist in your line, which I usually don't get twist in my line, or using SOS 2-pound test monofilament. It's pretty soft line. You just hold the rod over to the side with no lure on, and let the water force take as the boat's going up, and reel it back in. I did that before I come off the water. It does have some management issues. This is a dense line. It's hard, but yet it casts just as good as any 2-pound test monofilament you can buy out of Japan. In my opinion, I mean it casts great. I want to fish it some more. I'm going to fish it some more. I found out it can, I caught one good fish to give this a good test today. It was a 14.5-inch largemouth that was a chunky fish. And this held up just fine. No breakoffs or nothing. Of course, I keep a loose drag. That's another thing. You got to keep a loose drag and use the fluorocarbon leader. But as I said, I don't want a bunch of people rushing out, that's on the JDM side of the house here watching this, that get their tackle out of Japan and get their line out of Japan, who've never used this. I'm not telling you not to order it. I'll order it again. When I run out of these 3 spools, which should be quite a while, last me a while, I'm going to order this line again. This is just too much fun. It's just a lot of fun. Now, last night, I research everything, folks. I got the time on my hands to do it, so I do it. I was able to find some information about Ester monofilament, and I found it on Sunline out of Japan on their webpage, where they sell. Well, they don't sell it. They just, it's a webpage about their line. Digitaka sells the line. It's the Sunline. It's called, well, it's just polyester. This is all Japanese. I can't make it out. But anyway, what they've done with their polyester line is somehow they've infused bamboo into it to make it softer. And I've got this translated here on Google Chrome. And, they're talking about one of the problems with fishing Ester monofilament is the problems I had, where the line looks bent, it's curled, and they're talking about that here. And they're talking about how the hardness of Ester monofilament causes these troubles. And they say on their website, and of course I'm reading translated English from Japan, and that's not always an easy thing to do. But what I'm getting out of it, they've added this bamboo to the polyester to soften this stuff up. Now, I'm thinking, okay, how sensitive will it be if they make it softer? Because this is pretty hard. But anyway, they go on to say that it works like a nylon, but it is a polyester line. And in going on and doing the translations, what some of their pro staffers had to say, they were catching 19-inch aging down to 10-inch, between 10-inch and 19-inch aging. 19-inch aging is pretty good sized fish, put up a pretty good fight. They were talking about how they had no breakoffs. Of course, they keep their drag loose. They have a shock leader on. Now, the problem with the Sunline is its maximum poundage that they sell is 1.75, or they make 1.75 pounds. But me, I will try it. I'm going to order some. I'm going to try it. that's what I do. I try stuff and give you my reviews and let y'all make your own minds up, because I can't, when I started this, I couldn't find anybody else was trying this stuff out. Over on Tackle Tour was my best source of information, and then of course you got Chris Stewart at finessefishing.com. I don't think Chris has gotten into the polyester fishing lines yet, but those are two great sources, by the way. If you're not familiar with either one of those, it's finessefishing.com and TackleTour.net. And TackleTour.net got me started in this, and all sorts over there. I'm going to send a shout out to him that he really helped me out when I first started doing this. And it can be a daunting task if you've never gone down this road before and you don't know anybody that's about the stuff and what it's like. So I want to give my honest opinions and reviews of this stuff. And so I will be ordering this, and we will check it out. We will see how it does. But I'm not going to quit using this line. I mean, it's just a fantastic feel when a fish hits with this line. I mean, a little old bitty bluegill. It's just like it yanks the rod out of your hand. It's just like that. It's like that rod and that fish is just one big straight graphite connection. That's just the way this stuff works. And of course, something that good, there's always got to be drawbacks. There's drawbacks to every kind of line we use. There's drawbacks to braid. There's drawbacks to monofilament. And there's now, I'm realizing what the drawbacks are to this. So, but don't let that deter you from trying this. This is $8 a spool, and of course, whatever the shipping was, I forget. I think for 3 spools and shipping, I think I paid right at $40. And to me, that's worth it to say, hey, I tried it. It was good. It was bad. It was horrible. It was great. Whatever. And I will spend the money to try this, and I'll let y'all know how it works. See if it's as sensitive as this line, and see does it manage better. But I'm definitely going to try it. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I appreciate the new subscribers. I appreciate all of you watching. I really do. There's a few good fish in this video, a couple anyway, to be fishing with 2.3 pound test line and a fine-tailed Banshee area trout rod. It was a lot of fun today. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, folks, sore lip them all, and remember, life is good. There goes the eagles. Wow. And that's a good thing to see on the start of the morning. See the eagles. That's something. What we got here, folks? What we got here? What we got here? What we got here? What we got here? Got to keep a loose drag fishing with this no stretch line. But, oh yes, Little Kentucky. Yes, sir. Little Kentucky. Giving me all the fight I want, though. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on in. Oh, that's Joker. He don't want to give up. He don't want to give up. Folks, this is the beauty of ultralight angling right here. This fish on this tackle can give you all you want. Yes, sir. Nice little Kentucky. I thought so. I thought so. I thought there was bass out there, and that's what that is. Here he comes. He's gonna jump. Gonna take a while on this one, folks. I don't with this loose drag and this rod and this line, I don't know. I don't know. He may not be that big, but he's plenty big on this ultralight tackle, I'm telling you now. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This fish is still fresh. I don't know. Oh man, get up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Oh, that's a nice bass. On this outfit, you better believe that's a nice fish. That is a nice fish. Wow. Mercy. Mercy. On the 132nd old crappie magnet jig head. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice fish. We're gonna get a measurement on him just to, so when I'm talking about him, I can say what he is. He's a 14.5-inch fish. That's good. I tell you what, on this tackle, that's darn good. That is good. Woo! Oh, got a bluegill. He knocked the living fire out of that thing. Ain't that big a fish, but on this line, a little chunk. That joker's fat. What we got here? What we got here? He's fighting. What is he? Oh yeah, it's a red breast. Pretty red breast. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. They're fighters, no doubt about it. It's a decent one too. It's a pretty fish, no doubt about it. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, chunky bluegill. Oh, he's a digging. This joker's digging. Now this here's a little chunk. Now this here's a little chunk. Oh yeah, yeah. Yep. Right on top that log. I don't know what he is. He's giving me a fight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. A little smallhead. Got off. Good, feisty red breast. Red breast, pretty fish. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. Another little chunk. Well, they're just healthy fish. They're not big, but they've got some weight going on, that's for sure.